Okay, great. So I guess recording has started. So welcome everyone in this Saturdays for Sustainability Learning Initiative. And we have a goal of discussing sustainability in a holistic manner, to get a holistic understanding of the concept. So I'll just quickly introduce the initiative. I'll not take more than 2 minutes today. But if you have joined for the first time, it's a mastermind group to peer learn, to help each other solve the problems and understand things in a better way. And these are the four outcomes that you can expect. I'll just quickly share learning something new. It's required in sustainability and in anywhere, I guess. Networking with fellow professionals is something that we will get through this group. Learning opportunities, career opportunities, and the fourth is thought leadership. That is something that we will look forward during our discussion. And what are the basic two principles, two ideas that I feel are very important? These are DIKW pyramid, that is data, information, knowledge, wisdom. So we have more data, more information, but less knowledge and less wisdom. I guess the usefulness of this data is something that is missing, which we will try to get from each other's experience. That is something that is the aim of this group. And second is discussion and question and answer is the best way to learn. I guess there is a saying, right? So answers are deserved for those who ask questions. So it's a better way to learn, asking the right questions and discussing it with open-minded. So this is just an invitation for all of those who have joined for the first time. It's a non-judgmental group. Please feel free to express yourself, share your experiences, share your insights, and that's how we can make this discussion enriching for all. All right. So those who have joined from this registration from Google form, so you will get the invite on calendar as well, and you will get the WhatsApp group link. If not, please do so that you will receive the invites, and it will ensure the sustainability of your joining. Okay. All right. So I'll just uh, directly jump to today's topic, which was emotional well-being and sustainability. And with today's discussion, I have scheduled this topic because, as you might have read on most probably LinkedIn or in news, one person died because of stress or because of overworking. So that was one of the hot topic, hot news in last week, and which was very unfortunate. And I really feel these kind of either due to stress or the suicides that are happening in society. So that is really tragic for us to have in a this era of development. People should not suffer in this way, and that's how we have scheduled today's session. And on the screen, you can find some of the questions that we would like to explore in today's discussion. Yes, Vijayji, your hand is raised. You
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to say something?
Because this is a sensitive issue, I think recording may be stopped.
Okay, sure, sure.
Okay.
I'll stop the recording.
Okay.
Okay. When we open to the discussion, I'll stop it. Okay.
Okay, sure. Thank you,
Okay.
Dhananjay.
Okay. Great. So because a few things I want to share, and then I'll stop the recording. But that's a great suggestion. Thank you. So in today's discussion, what we will try to explore is there any correlation between the well-being and sustainability? We will try to find it out. Second is, what is sustainability for you as a person? If the question is asked, the personal definition, not something that we read somewhere. Third is, how can we explore the complete human potential? And if we believe so, that's the question. Do we believe that humans have the potential, and is there any need to explore that in totality? Next is, what is your measure of success? That is something that we would like to explore. And the last is, do you think that we are focusing enough on emotions, well-being, and building the support system around us in this 21st century, and especially in our day-to-day life, in our professional life? So these are a few of the things that we would like to explore in today's session. But before jumping to that and opening this for discussion, I'll quickly share some initiative with you, which is inner development goals, and I'm one of the part of the team from India who are exploring the inner development goals. And I'll just quickly share this details with you and we will open it for discussion. Okay. So all of you might be knowing about Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, and this is an initiative I guess started around 2018, 2019. This is inner development goals. You can see the website, I guess, right? I hope you can. Can you please confirm?
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Perfect. So this is, I'll quickly share the about also, okay, so that you will get what it is. So inner development goals is something that in we all know about sustainable development goals, but there is a need to explore how we can achieve sustainable development goals. And in this attempt in 2020, in Stockholm, the IDGs or Inner Development Goals initiative was introduced, and there are many scientists and researchers across the top universities are working on this uh, in this initiative, and few of them whom I have been following for last 5 6 years are I'll share that on Peter Sanjay, who is assistant thinker, and second is Otto Schammer, so who has also written very effective and transformational book, Theory You. The book's name is Theory You. So these two I have been following, but there are many more researchers and people are coming together across multiple countries. And fortunately, this year I was one of the member from India, where we went through GLSD training, that is Global Leadership for Sustainable Development. So I'm also one of the part of steering committee for this IDGs for India. So that's how I got into it. Okay, so I'll just quickly share the framework and basic details of the inner development goals, and that's how we can take it ahead. So these are simplify the complex field of human development to help us better identify, understand. As you can see, there are multiple things, the inner skills needed for sustainable development. We all understand sustainable development is essential. Sustainable SDGs are important, but how do we achieve that? That is still, I guess, open question for all of us, right? So this is a framework, and I'll share quickly. These are divided into this five uh, skills we can say. First is being, second thinking, third is relating, fourth is collaborating, and fifth is acting. And I would not say this is something entirely new. It's not new. Actually, we already know this, and even I would say, uh, compared to West, the Eastern philosophy has always been ahead of time. You take it, let's say Japan or India or China or uh, all across the eastern part. But what we get from this framework is in let's say Western education that we all have, or the English language predominantly that we use. So this is one good framework, and few good tools are there. So I see it as the useful tools to implement in our business and in personal lives. So I'll quickly introduce. This is a pressing need to increase our collective abilities to face and effectively work with complex challenges. I hope we all agree with that. And without foundational shift in human values and leadership capacities, external solutions to our global challenges may be limited, too slow, or short-lived. There is a concept called as technical solution. So generally, what we or most of the organizations or most of the people in sustainability think that any technical solution will solve the sustainability problem, which is not the case. And we have been seeing it from few decades, right? Just technical solution, which means you just change the technology, but the human behavior is not changed. So it will not solve the problem. And that's why IDG, that is Inner Development Goal Framework, is co-created as an essential roadmap that can assist us in navigating and developing our inner lives to catalyze outer change. And there are 5 dimensions and 23 skills of human growth and development. So these are the 5. And what I'll do, I'll quickly introduce this thing. Uh, it is not possible to explain all these things in just one session, but Uh, I'll just take maximum 5 minutes, and in that I can share. So first is being, that is relationship to self, cultivating the inner life and developing and deepening our relationship to our thoughts, feelings, and body help us be present, intentional, non-reactive when we face complexity. And complexity would definitely be there in coming decades and coming time. In that scenario, how do we identify ourselves? How do we appreciate it? And there are multiple things, as you can see. Inner compass is there, and all the details are also given. So I'll just quickly read it. Inner compass: integrity and authenticity, openness and learning mindset, self-awareness and presence. This is the first. Being is essential. Then comes thinking, or the cognitive part of our brain, we can say. Developing our cognitive skills by taking different perspectives, evaluating information, and making sense of the world as an interconnected whole is essential for wise decision making. After being, we come to thinking, where critical thinking, complexity awareness, perspective skills, sense making, long term orientation, and visioning is essential. And with interconnected whole, which is little bit about systems thinking, once we understand it, relating is important, because whatever information which is cognitive, let's say cognition is there, we are perceiving it, but it will not relate to your feeling or your, if you cannot relate to it, you will not act. So relating is very important. It's the emotional part of the entire puzzle. And till this time also, there is little research done in emotions, emotional intelligence, EI or EQ, that we call. So appreciating, caring for, and feeling connected to others, such as neighbors, future generations, or the biosphere, help us create more just and sustainable systems and societies for everyone. So in relating, appreciation is there, connectedness, humility, and empathy and compassion. These are the four skills under relating. So you can relate with other person, empathizing others, and empathy is one of the distinctive feature of human beings, and that what makes us human, a different from the other animals. And the next, after these three, understanding the issues, collaborating is essential, which is a part of social skills, as human is a social animal that we say. To make progress on shared concerns, we need to develop our abilities to include, hold space, and communicate with stakeholders with different values, skills, and competencies, and which is required. And which are the skill sets: communication skills, co-creation skills, inclusive mindset, and intercultural competence, trust, and mobilization skills. That is convincing others also. That comes under the collaboration. And the most important, the last one, is acting. That is enabling change, doing it. Qualities such as courage and optimism help us acquire true agency, break old patterns, generate original ideas, and act with persistence in uncertain times. No matter however understanding we have, unless we have courage, we act on it, creativity, optimism, and perseverance, facing the failure, but still, if we believe in that, we will do it. We will anyhow persist, and we will make sure that it is achieved. So these are some of the skill set and some of the competencies which are being explored and researched as of now in the world under the IDGs. So I'm sharing this link with you. You can also explore, and you can connect with me if you want to join the hub. I'm a part of one of the hubs from IDGs. So it's open for research, co-creation, and developing it, using it for your organization or person as well. All right. So with this introduction, I'll again come back to our presentation, and I hope you can see these questions. And I want to open this for discussion. I'll share, and as suggested, I'll stop the recording now. But before that, I just want to share a few important things as uh, the news that we discussed at the start and such kind of things. So initially, what I feel is every one of us might have faced this kind of situation in our lives, because I also faced in my first job. I couldn't say no. I couldn't handle the work pressure, which was very difficult for me. I also had thoughts of suicide, or I also had a thought of leaving the job. But ultimately, when we realize that this job or whatever it is, it's not so much important for us, our personal well-being, what is the measure of our success, and what is our, let's say, defining what we want to do. That's very important, and that's how the courage develops, and we find the way. So that was my story, and I'll now open it for discussion, but I'll stop the recording now. But those who are just watching this recording, please feel free to reach out. And at the end, we also, when we conclude, I hope we can again start the recording. Okay. Wonderful. Yeah, so we had a really wonderful discussion. And thank you so much, everyone. So I'll just quickly conclude what I learned from today's discussion, and which is uh, it is a spectrum from either we have to work on self to the support system. And for the self, I would quote two examples. One is that I've heard in one of the sessions, that when Gautam Buddha was asked at the final time, what is your one message to the people? So he told that Apa Deepo Bhava. So you become your own light. So that is something that I have heard. And second, in Bhagavad Gita also, there is one slok as Uddharet Atman Atmanam Natmanam Avasadayet Atmaiva Yatmano Bandhu Atmaiva Ripuratmanaha. So the meaning is you yourself have to let's say take care of yourself, and you are your enemy, you are your friend as well, so you need to choose wisely. So that shares what we discuss is the importance of self, identifying self improvement, taking responsibility for our life. So that is on the one spectrum, one line, and on the other, the support system is also equally important. It's not like if you have to endure everything by yourself. You should also have the support system, whether it's family, the mentors, or the go-to person, whether it's your friend. But having a support system is definitely important to manage the to have the good emotional well-being, which came out in the discussion. The third thing that I really liked about is having gratitude, and uh, appreciating what we have already in life. Many times our brain functions in a very different way. Whatever we look for, we only see that thing. So in negative state, we often are only seeing the negative aspects of life. And appreciation, gratitude, the practice of gratitude every day is really, really a great. Gratitude, mindfulness activities, meditation, yoga, or the art forms. Maybe if you are artist, drawing, singing. But apart from your job, that is really, really important to have it a balanced life. And the last thing, identifying the value system, what Murli sir told. So value system, I would take it as a personal value as well. You should have it, and at the same time, the value for the organization, corporate conscience, that sir told. So I guess these are some of the important topics, and it's not a simple 1 minute or 1 hour session. It's a continuous journey for improvement, and hopefully, with better understanding for self, we will be able to improve ourselves, and at the same time, we will become an asset to ourselves, our family, our society, and the entire world. So yeah, so that was my learning from today's discussion. Thank you so much, everyone, for adding your insights and your life stories. This really made this session enriching. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Have a great week.
Thank you. Thank you, Dhananjay. Thank you. Thank you.